On November 19th, 2026, Rockstar Games will release Grand Theft Auto 6. By the time it arrives, the franchise will have spent over 13 years in a total narrative vacuum. The financial stakes are immense. Grand Theft Auto 5 remains the most profitable entertainment product ever created, generating nearly $10 billion in revenue across 3 console generations. A legacy of that scale creates a ceiling for traditional sandbox design. Simply expanding the geography yields diminishing returns, forcing the developers to move towards a world where regional crime and local ecology dictate the player's path. This reactive environment is Leonida, a fictionalized, hyper-detailed recreation of the Florida ecosystem. Rather than one continuous city, the map is divided into 6 distinct regional hubs. The vibrant metropolis of Vice City provides a high-energy urban center, which stands in direct opposition to Ambriosa. Ambriosa is a gritty industrial zone where biker gangs control the flow of traffic between factories and scrapyards. Further south, the urban landscape disappears into the ocean. The Leonidas form an isolated chain of tropical islands connected by long highway bridges, making the surrounding waterways as critical for travel as the roads themselves. The map is rounded out by the rugged interior of Mount Caliga National Park and the quiet, decaying motels of Port Gellhorn, a once popular vacation spot now characterized by abandonment. These diverse regions act as a dynamic survival crucible, designed to test a specific criminal pair rather than providing a simple sandbox for chaos. Those inhabitants are Lucia Caminos, the franchise's first mainline female lead, and her partner, Jason Duval. Their arrival marks a departure from the previous era of lone wolves and independent trios. Instead, the narrative relies on a highly dependent romantic criminal partnership. This duo fulfills a historical archetype. They are modeled on the romanticized danger of Bonnie Parker, often seen posing with a handgun to project a defiant public image. When paired with her counterpart, Clyde Barrow, this 2-person dynamic becomes lethal. They could only truly rely on each other. This romantic focus reorients the traditional GTA power fantasy. Financial growth is secondary to the management of a fragile partnership, where every botched robbery tests the trust necessary for mutual survival. Lucia's history is defined by her time in the Leonida Penitentiary and an earlier life spent in Liberty City, giving her a cynical perspective on the legal system. Jason's background is rooted in the Leonida Keys. He brings deep connections to the local drug-running operations that thrive in the state's more isolated waterways. Their combined expertise allows them to exploit the varied geography. They can execute a heist in Vice City and immediately retreat into the Grass River swamps, using an airboat to vanish into the thick marshland. The map is no longer just a backdrop for travel. The survival of both characters depends on how the player utilizes these regional contrasts to stay ahead of the law. While the story of Jason and Lucia defines the launch, the long-term state of the game will be shaped entirely by the community. This strategic shift in Rockstar's back-end philosophy sees a central, standard Rockstar lobby node break apart into dozens of independent, community-hosted environments. Driven by 5M integration, these dedicated servers allow players to build game modes with total autonomy. Moving away from developer-curated lobbies in favor of player-hosted servers is a radical step, removing the constraints of a single shared rule set. By establishing this dedicated server architecture, Rockstar is handing the community the tools to govern the Leonida ecosystem for the next decade.